I'm Amanda Murphy, and I'm a quilting and long arm spokesperson for Bernina, and today I'm here to show you some quick and easy sashing designs. The first is a simple back and forth pattern. This is a real workhorse, and notice here that I'm using my foot rather than my needle to keep my spacing consistent throughout this design. So I'm both looking at the left side of my foot on the previous stitching line as I quilt this design, and I'm also looking at the edge of my foot as I come to the top and bottom of the sashing border. I also love to put loops in sashing. They work up quickly and look great with many other designs. I usually put loops elsewhere in the quilt too to help tie everything together visually. You can quilt loops narrow or wide, slanted or upright. So here they're upright, and I'm quilting a small loop and then a big loop and a small loop and a big loop. Because we use these shapes in cursive handwriting quite a bit, a lot of times the actual shape you come up with is actually reflective of your handwriting. So don't worry if your loops look a little different than your neighbor's loops. As long as you do them all over the quilt, they'll look just great. And here is a variation on loops called Fishbones. This is where you make a loop both at the bottom and the top of the design as you're traveling across. These are very versatile design. You can do them quite tight and make a really dense fill, or you can also space them wider apart. When you quilt them wide, you end up with a design that works very quickly across the sashing area, and that's a real benefit when you're trying to get things done. The final design I'd like to show today is ribbon candy, and it's a little trickier than the other designs, but it's well worth learning because it's a real workhorse when it comes to quilting. Here, I'm keeping two things in mind. As I come up around a curve, I'm trying to go around in a circular motion. So around a circle here and around a circle here. I try to keep in mind that I want to stitch around maybe a dime or a nickel or a quarter size. That helps me keep my quilting uniform. The other thing I do is I aim to touch my preceding loop, or almost touch. I actually aim for the foot to touch the last motif. So as I come up here, I'm almost touching the previous motif. Again, almost touching. I hope you enjoyed learning these designs.